Longshot here, coming to you from PRI 2021. We are in the Stainless Works booth, and I've managed to corner Sarah Edwards here. Jet Dragster?
Jet Dragster driver, former Jet Dragster.
Yeah, former Jet Dragster driver. And I wanted to talk to you because we're standing in front of Jeff Lutz's 57,
right.
Which, you know, if you follow Street Outlaws, was just on TV, going through a terrible wreck. Actually happened a little longer ago than they showed on the show, but it really capitalizes and displays how important safety equipment is. And Sarah, you want to tell us a little bit about the experience you had?
Sure. So when I was driving my Jet Dragster, I got in a bad accident in 2018, and I hit the wall at over 280 miles an hour. The car flipped, barrel rolled, cut in half, on fire, all 9 yards. But the beauty of that car and what Dan Page, the chassis builder, did, and the team that I was driving for, is they strived severely on safety. And I'm basically a testament to that, as I just walked out of the car after that bad accident with just a bruise on my knee, and basically that was it, a bruise on my knee. My car did exactly everything it was supposed to do. So while this may look really scary to a lot of people, and a lot of people think that being on the track and drag racing isn't, safe, or there's so much risk, there is great risk involved, but with great risk comes a lot of thought and safety and technology that has evolved because of accidents like this, or mine, or anybody else's.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a testament to the time that's put into it, and the technology and the engineering, because when a driver can walk out like Jeff Lutz and he can rebuild and race, a couple months down the road or whatever, it just kind of goes to show you that we follow all these safety protocols for a reason, and they're there for a reason.
Right. So, and it brings up the point of all of these, call them like backyard racing leagues, right? The pour your own prep guys, the street race guys, they build these really fast cars. They have gotten, in just the last 5 years, have gotten incredibly faster.
Really fast.
It's gotten to the point now where you can't even lock in a race unless it's 8th mile, because the cars are just so fast. And a lot of these guys are running street cars with no cages and stuff like that. And this safety equipment can't protect you if it's not in the car, right? So one of the things I wanted to talk to Sarah about was the fact that it is so essential to have the right safety gear in the car. I've seen accidents like this happen right in front of me, and you see these guys, these drivers they're running just as fast as the guy that wrecked in a well-equipped car, and you can see them, they're going through the back of their mind like, wow, I don't have a fire suppression system, I don't have a 5-point harness, and it's really that extra little bit of prevention in the front that can save your life and
allow you to get back out and race the next week, next month, whatever the case
or
may
ever
be,
again.
Ever again, yeah. So it's important to have that safety equipment that is designed for the speed and what you're going to do. It should align with that. You can't wear a fire suit that's going to protect you if you're driving a go-kart. You can't wear that in a top fuel car, because if you catch on fire, that's not going to, you have a fire suit, but that's not going to help you. So you have to make sure that you truly understand your speed and what you're doing and what you need to keep you safe at that speed.
Yeah, when I was learning to ride motorcycle, they always say you dress for the slide, not the ride.
Right.
And it's the same thing when these cars are going ridiculously fast now. 15 years ago, it wasn't as big of a deal because the speeds weren't there. But now, if you don't have a 4-digit horsepower daily driver, your car's not fast. You can't even keep up to watch a race if it happens in Mexico or whatever. So it's really important, and that's one of the things that that seeing a wreck like this and seeing how mangled the car is, and then he's got his fire suit over there where his fire suit actually got torn and all that. But going back to your accident, did you have any premonition, any warning, or it was just bam, it was already over?
The track was bumpy, and the first run was a little bit it was a little rough, and the second run, I hit a bump, and I basically never recovered from it. And I think what had driven me into the wall was when I did pull my chutes, my front tires were in the air, and when they came back down is when I took the hard right.
Gotcha.
So that's the trouble I got into.
Yeah. Okay. But it happens so
it
fast.
happens in a split second. I mean, you're in a 300-mile-an-hour car that
Right.
you're covering a quarter mile in less than 5.5 seconds. So
Right.
something like that happens in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and even in something like this, where it's a few seconds slower, but it's on a scale of reaction time.
At the same time, you're not overly expecting it.
Right.
There's
Still a surprise.
a little element of surprise.
Right.
So
Yeah. Okay. Well, about PRI in general, how have you liked the show so far?
it's incredible. It's my first time out here in Indy at PRI, and
Okay.
it's a lot more relaxed, I feel like, than SEMA. You can actually get the time to talk and interact with people.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we're just enjoying taking in all the sights.
Yeah, awesome. Anything other than this display that stood out to you? Anything that you really wanted? You're like, man, I'm going to think about that in the future.
No, I have to say this really hit home, and I thought it was really cool because people have a tendency to sweep all the bad under the rug and kind of like it happens and then it just
Focus
never
on
happens again.
Focus on the glory and not the mud in the trenches.
Right. So I thought that this was really neat because it wasn't perfect. It's a result of something gone wrong or something gone bad, and it's okay to talk about something like that.
Right.
It's all fabric of our story, and it's what shapes you and makes you the person you are. So I really appreciated this display and thought it really hit home. And I'm happy to see, and it's good for people walking by who may not understand the element of what we do as drag racers and what can happen. So.
I've always said you learn 3 times faster from failure than you do from success.
I love failure.
And you learn 5 times faster from someone else's failure than
I have to say, like, I go into schools and talk to kids and stuff, and I just want to remind them it's okay to fail. Like, nothing's perfect. Instagram's a highlight reel. It's not all as pretty as you see, and there's a lot of hard work and gut, and you're in the trenches and you're doing things, and things go wrong, whether it's on the track or off the track. But that's really where you grow, and that's where you learn.
Yeah, and if you're afraid of failure,
that's what shapes you as a person.
Right. If you're afraid of failure, that means you're afraid to try.
Right.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of the show.
You
and
too.
This is Mr. Longshot signing off.